YouTube? It's your boy Alex, man. We're back in another video. I got my boy Kyrie Irving today. Be watching this video by 6man. Just gonna be talking about him. Kyrie's been having an amazing year. Just I think he's averaging like career high percentages and 3-point percentage. So he's been balling out for the Mavericks. They're doing very well after that disappointing finals run. But if you guys liked his video, make sure to like, subscribe down below as we're on the road to 4K. And let's get right into it, man.
There are skilled NBA players. There are very skilled NBA players, and then there's Kyrie Irving. I'm sure you guys have heard it all before. Kyrie Irving is one of the most skilled basketball players ever, and some would even say the most skilled player ever. But since
Kyrie's the most skilled ever, bro. Don't argue with the tree. Kyrie's the most skilled ever. You can put Kobe in that conversation, but it is really Kyrie, like, for sure. Best ball handling skills ever. Best finishing package. He's just a complete bucket on the offensive end, bro. Most skilled ever.
And 88.5% from the line, and this makes the trade Dallas made 2 years ago look hilarious now, because the guy who was averaging those numbers was traded for Dorian Finney-Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie, and 1 first-round pick. And you had certain publications calling this an A+ trade for Brooklyn and a C-grade trade for Dallas. No, there wasn't some secret player in that deal, which I didn't mention.
Do you guys think that Dallas like won that what I'm trying to say Brooklyn. Do you guys think that Brooklyn won that trade? Because I know they had to give up Kyrie because he didn't want to be there. But just the trade package that they got in return, though, I just don't really see them really winning with those pieces, because they're easily movable pieces for like draft picks in the future. But do you guys think that that was a trade win for Brooklyn at the moment, though?
Like Cam Johnson, that was the deal for Kyrie Irving. And it's because people were so convinced that he was this locker room cancer, this injury-prone, inconsistent basketball player, that the Mavs were giving up on their championship window when deciding to trade for him. And ironically, it's been the complete opposite. Because if they didn't trade for Kyrie Irving, they wouldn't have made the NBA Finals last year, and they would not be one of the best teams in the NBA again this year. Luckily, Mavs fans don't have to think about that alternate reality, because in this reality, they have one of the greatest basketball players ever, alongside another one of the greatest basketball players ever. And speaking of greatness, can we talk about Kyrie Irving's three-point shooting? We simply do not talk enough about the fact that he has shot 42% from 3 as a Mav, and is shooting 47% from 3 this season. And look at the kind of shots he's taking and making as well.
Here's Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, Kyrie's having an amazing year behind the line. These aren't really easy shots either. Like these off the dribble pull-up threes, transition threes, and whatnot. These aren't easy shots. So it's just amazing to watch. That he's honestly, it looks like he's gotten even better.
Off-ball movement, even Klay Thompson and guys like
Buddy
Hield get mentioned, but Kyrie is also one of the best off-ball players in the NBA, and he does it in a different way. Instead of running from end to end like Steph does, Kyrie cuts up defenders with very quick and precise movements. Watch here as Tari Eason is following him around the screen. Look at Kyrie's ability to get low and stop on a dime, making Tari stumble once before then using the lively screen to drop him again and getting the shot off. Or how about a play like this, which is just a reflection of Kyrie's instincts. Klay kicks it out to him, and instinctually Kyrie flicks the pass without looking to Najee before getting the handoff and knocking down the 3. Another thing Kyrie does really well to create space as a three-point shooter is weaponizing his ability as a ball handler and driver to create an opening. Look at this play, for example. He has Trey right in his face, but it's that quick jab which creates enough separation to get off a great look. Now this works so effectively because Kyrie is the greatest ball handler in NBA history, and players are going to react whenever he makes any subtle movements,
from
but his
mid-range
ability to
and three,
capitalize on that is what makes him so good. And this extends to other parts of his game as well. Because when you're patient like Kyrie is, it just makes those quick movements even more effective, because he's able to slow his defender down to match his pace before then quickly changing direction and catching them off guard in the process. Like here against Christian Braun, where he brings the ball up the floor, he slows his dribble down to back him down, but just as Braun pushes back, anticipating that contact, Kyrie goes the other way with the quick step back for two. Or in this play where Lively sets the screen to get the switch onto Randall, and look at that hesitation to freeze Randall before rising up and knocking it down. This is a genius in a basketball uniform.
This is completely off topic, but do you guys think that Jimmy Butler would honestly improve this Mavericks team? Because I don't think that he's necessarily the piece that they need, especially since they have Klay Thompson now. But
that's why he continues to create separation.
yeah, I just don't think that he's the right piece. But hopefully that Dallas can just add another piece to their bench, though, just in order to improve bench depth, because that's honestly what they were lacking in the finals. So hopefully they can improve on that end of the court.
Not the 18-footers that he can and will make, but it's the push shots, the floaters, and sometimes even hook shots, which we saw him make over a 7-footer from 15 feet out to win a game with his opposite hand. But it's his ability to make shots from the free throw line and in, which almost no one else can do, particularly at his size. I mean, just watch him on this play hit Bridges with a filthy in and out before stepping inside of Brunson, and watch here as he hangs for just an extra fraction of a second to avoid the contest from OG.
On 4 defenders,
and then, of course, because he's Kyrie, dude. He can make left-handed floaters like on this play with an all-defensive guard in Jalen Suggs all over him and a 7-foot monster right in front of him contesting the shot. And one aspect of Kyrie's finishing that I don't think gets enough credit is his strength. Just his ability to constantly bump and grind, pause, against bigger opponents to create that extra bit of separation for his shots. Like here against J-Dub, who is a good 4 inches and 40 pounds heavier than Kyrie, but he's still able to outmuscle him to get to his spot. We could spend all day talking about the craft of Kyrie as a scorer. I haven't even talked about his finishing, which we all know is out of this world, with his ability to use either hand and contort his body in ways that don't look humanly
layup
possible.
on Wemby last year was
ridiculous, of Kyrie's finishing ability at the rim. What we do need to talk about,
Kyrie's
in
just got a
addition to
different
his
bag, bro.
scoring and the way he does it, is what he has done in the absence of Luka Doncic. Not just this season, but ever since he was traded to the Mavs, because in the 17 games that he's played without Luka, he is averaging 28.5 points, 6.5 assists, and 5.5 boards on great efficiency as always, and more importantly, the Mavs are a plus 74 in those minutes, going 12 and 5. Now, am I about to tell you Kyrie needs to be freed from playing with Luka, or Luka is holding him back? No, because clearly when you can make the NBA Finals with those two on the floor, it works. But having a second option who can turn into an all-NBA first-team level player when the first option is out injured is a luxury, to say the least. And that's why Kyrie is so special, because he can do that, but then he can also play as a second option and do the
I honestly
same
like Dallas's
things,
1-2
but
combo of
just
Luka
on
and Kyrie,
less
but honestly they
volume
need
and
bench
higher
depth, and that was
efficiency. It also
just so
helps that
evident
in
in the
addition
finals
to
that
his
they just
scoring,
lack
Kyrie has that
bench that can just
superstar
give them
level gravity
consistent
as
buckets
well, like Luka
in order to
Doncic
bail them
and
out
all
when
the other
their
best guards in
defenses
the
and
league.
being
Watch here as
pick
Kyrie
the
draws
slack,
two
so honestly they
defenders.
just
He
need
kicks it to
better bench
PJ, and
depth in
instead
order
of
to
settling for the three,
be
he uses that advantage to
a real
take Harkes Jr.
championship
off the
contender
dribble, getting to
consistently,
his
so.
spot to float it in. Or in this play with Kyrie giving the handoff to PJ, Mikal is so focused on him that he doesn't communicate with OG, letting PJ get straight past him and to the rim. And then of course there are numerous times a game where he is creating wide open opportunities for shooters or for Lively and Gaff with lobs and pocket passes, utilizing that gravity he has as a scorer to create more opportunities for his teammates. Kyrie Irving is one of the greatest players ever, one of the most entertaining players ever, and ever since getting traded to Dallas, he's been as consistent as he's ever been, but for some reason, I feel like the hype around him as a player is lower than it's ever been.
Alright man, that's gonna do it for me in today's video by 6 Man. Very good video about Kyrie's balling out this season. I don't know what I just said right there, but Kyrie's amazing year. But if you guys like this video, make sure to like, subscribe down below, and I'll see you next one. All right, peace out, man.